The Zulu kingdom, established by King Shaka Zulu in the early 19th century, became a powerful and feared nation in southern Africa. Shaka's innovative military strategies and uncompromising tactics turned the Zulus into a dominant force. King Cetshwayo, Shaka's nephew, inherited this powerful legacy, maintaining the kingdom's strength through strategic alliances and skilled leadership. Under his rule, the Zulu kingdom thrived, with its warriors exemplifying the ideals of bravery and loyalty instilled by Shaka. As Cetshwayo approached his army, the atmosphere was charged with a sense of historic importance and defiance against the looming British threat. Accompanied by powerful chants, King Cetshwayo walked toward his army. 20,000 Zulu warriors, decorated with ostrich feathers and jaguar pelts, held shields and iron-tipped spears. The air buzzed with anticipation as the king spoke to his warriors. "I did not seek out the white men, but they have come to our land. They want to capture me. What should I do?" His voice resonated with authority and resolve. The Zulu warriors, their faces painted and eyes burning with loyalty, responded with passionate declarations of support. Each warrior was prepared to defend their land, their king, and their way of life to the very end. The British invasion. The British invasion of Zululand was part of a broader imperial strategy in southern Africa. The discovery of diamonds and gold heightened British interests, leading to aggressive policies aimed at consolidating control over valuable territories. The Zulu kingdom, with its strong military tradition and strategic location, was seen as a significant obstacle to British ambitions. The invasion was meticulously planned, with troops marching in disciplined columns, confident in their technological and numerical superiority. However, the British underestimated the resolve and tactical skill of the Zulu warriors they were about to confront. Columns of British soldiers, totaling around 5,000 British and African troops under the command of the 2nd Baron Chelmsford, marched into Zululand with a sense of inevitability. Chelmsford's troops, equipped with modern rifles and artillery, believed in their technological superiority over the traditional Zulu warriors. As they traversed the rugged terrain, they initially met little resistance. Lord Chelmsford, confident in his mission, repelled Zulu warriors at the border and discovered hundreds of huts around a pasture, belonging to a Zulu noble. These huts, symbols of Zulu life and culture, were set ablaze by the British, marking the start of a brutal and relentless campaign. Motivations for the British invasion. The motivations behind the British invasion of Zululand were deeply rooted in the imperial ambitions of the British Empire. Acquiring resource-rich territories and suppressing indigenous resistance were paramount. High Commissioner Sir Henry Bartle Frere was a staunch advocate of British expansionism and saw the Zulu kingdom as a significant threat to the stability and economic interests of British colonies in southern Africa. Despite King Cetshwayo's efforts to maintain peace, Frere manipulated minor border incidents to justify a full-scale invasion. This pretext allowed the British to frame their aggression as a defensive measure, concealing their true intentions of conquest and domination. The justifications for this invasion are weak, even by the standards of the British Empire. After colonizing diamond-rich lands claimed by Africans and Dutch-speaking settlers, the British now bordered the Zulu kingdom. High Commissioner Sir Henry Bartle Frere used a series of isolated border incidents as an excuse to justify a war against King Cetshwayo, despite his efforts to avoid conflict. Chelmsford eagerly took on Frere's mission to destroy the Zulus and show British superiority. The British government, driven by a desire to expand its empire and secure valuable resources, saw the Zulu kingdom as an obstacle to their ambitions. The Zulus, fiercely independent and proud, represented a challenge to British authority that needed to be subdued. Historical context of the Zulu kingdom. The Zulu kingdom's origins can be traced back to King Shaka, a visionary leader who transformed a small clan into a powerful kingdom through a combination of innovative military tactics and strict social reforms. Shaka's Horns of the Bull formation revolutionized warfare in the region, allowing the Zulus to conquer and assimilate neighboring tribes. The kingdom's success was also due to its highly organized societal structure, where young boys underwent rigorous training to become elite warriors. These warriors, known as impis, were renowned for their discipline, bravery, and ability to execute complex battle strategies. Under King Cetshwayo, this military tradition was maintained and adapted to counter the threats posed by European colonizers. The Zulu kingdom was unified by King Shaka in the early 19th century, using iron-tipped spears and the horns of the bull battle tactic to subdue warring clans. Shaka's innovative military strategies and his ability to instill discipline and unity among his warriors turned the Zulu into a formidable force. Zulu warriors, trained from boyhood in combat, invoked the powers of ancestral spirits through rituals and bravery. The kingdom thrived under Shaka's rule, expanding its territory and influence. The Zulu military culture, deeply rooted in tradition and spirituality, created a society that valued strength, loyalty, and honor. These warriors, under the leadership of King Cetshwayo, were determined to uphold their heritage and resist any foreign intrusion. The Battle of Isandlwana. The Battle of Isandlwana stands as one of the most remarkable clashes between indigenous forces and a colonial power. On the morning of January 22, 1879, British troops, overconfident in their military technology and strategy, pursued what they believed was a minor Zulu force. Unbeknownst to them, the main Zulu army, numbering 25,000 warriors, lay in wait, poised to strike. The Zulus, utilizing their intimate knowledge of the terrain and their sophisticated horns of the bull tactic, encircled the British camp. The ensuing battle was chaotic and brutal, with the Zulu warriors demonstrating incredible courage and tactical prowess, ultimately overwhelming the British forces. On January 22, British troops spotted a few hundred Zulus and set out to pursue them. A small reconnaissance mission encountered 25,000 Zulu warriors ready to defend their kingdom. Chelmsford had left fewer than 2,000 troops at Isandlwana, where the Zulus launched a fierce attack using the horns of the bull tactic. This strategy, involving encircling the enemy and attacking from all sides, proved devastating. Despite initial resistance, the British were overwhelmed by the sheer number and ferocity of the Zulu warriors. 1,300 British soldiers were killed, and the Zulus ritually removed their clothes and disemboweled them to allow their souls to escape. The battle was a significant victory for the Zulus, demonstrating their military prowess and the strength of their resolve. British retaliation and second invasion. The shock of the British defeat at Isandlwana reverberated through the British Empire, leading to demands for retaliation and retribution. The British government, determined to restore its tarnished prestige, dispatched reinforcements and additional supplies to Zululand. Lord Chelmsford, now under immense pressure, launched a ruthless campaign to crush the Zulu resistance. Villages were razed, crops destroyed, and the Zulu people faced starvation and displacement. The second invasion was marked by a systematic and brutal approach, with the British employing scorched earth tactics to demoralize and weaken the Zulu population. The final confrontation at Ulundi sealed the fate of the Zulu kingdom, as British firepower and military discipline proved insurmountable. Public outrage in Britain led to a second invasion in late May. Chelmsford, seeking to redeem his reputation, launched a devastating campaign across Zululand. The British forces, equipped with cannons and rifles, razed villages, destroyed crops, and drove inhabitants and cattle from their homes. The Zulu warriors, despite their bravery, struggled to withstand the onslaught of modern weaponry. The final battle took place at the Zulu capital, Ulundi. British forces, arranged in a defensive square formation, used their superior firepower to decisively defeat the Zulus. The capital was burned, and the once unified kingdom was left in ruins. Capture and exile of King Cetshwayo. The capture and exile of King Cetshwayo marked a significant turning point in the history of the Zulu kingdom. After the decisive defeat at Ulundi, Cetshwayo went into hiding but was eventually captured by British forces. His capture was not only a personal humiliation but also symbolized the subjugation of the Zulu people. Imprisoned in Cape Town, Cetshwayo became a reluctant figurehead of resistance against colonial oppression. His dignified demeanor and articulate defense of his kingdom's right to sovereignty garnered sympathy and respect, even among some of his captors. Despite his eventual release, Cetshwayo returned to a divided and weakened kingdom, where internal conflicts and British manipulation had eroded the unity and strength of the Zulu state. King Cetshwayo was captured and imprisoned in Cape Town. He declared, "I was king of the Zulus, had my country invaded by the Queen's troops, tried to defend my country, but was defeated." His capture marked the end of organized resistance against the British. After his release, Cetshwayo found his kingdom divided and weakened by internal strife and British manipulation. The once mighty Zulu kingdom was now a shadow of its former self. Cetshwayo died in exile, possibly from a heart attack or poisoning, leaving behind a legacy of resistance and resilience. Legacy of the Zulu Kingdom. The legacy of the Zulu Kingdom is a testament to the resilience and strength of its people. Despite the devastating impact of the British invasion and subsequent annexation, the Zulu cultural and historical identity has endured. The Zulu warriors' legendary bravery and the tactical genius of their leaders, such as Shaka and Cetshwayo, have left an indelible mark on African and world history. Today, the Zulu nation remains a vibrant and influential cultural group in South Africa, proudly preserving their traditions, language, and heritage. The story of the Zulu kingdom's resistance against colonialism continues to inspire movements for freedom and justice across the globe. Despite the defeat, the Zulu kingdom is remembered as a significant bastion of African power during the colonial era. The British annexed Zululand, and the old clans were violently incorporated into the colonial hierarchy. The Zulu warriors' bravery and tactical skill at battles like Isandlwana left an indelible mark on history. The Zulu kingdom's struggle against colonialism has become a symbol of resistance and pride for future generations. The legacy of leaders like Shaka and Cetshwayo continues to inspire those who fight for freedom and justice. Conclusion. The Zulu kingdom's history is one of remarkable resilience and strategic brilliance in the face of overwhelming odds. Cetshwayo, like his predecessors, navigated a complex landscape of internal and external threats to maintain the sovereignty of his people. His rise to power, marked by the elimination of rival factions, underscored the brutal realities of leadership during this era. The Zulu kingdom's fierce resistance against British colonization showcased not only their military capabilities but also their deep-rooted commitment to their land and culture. While the kingdom ultimately fell to British forces, its legacy endures as a symbol of defiance and national pride, reminding us of the enduring human spirit in the struggle for autonomy and justice. The struggle for power was familiar to Cetshwayo, who gained the throne by killing his rival brother. The Zulu kingdom waged devastating wars against rival clans but also stood out as a united force against colonialism. Their story is one of resilience, courage, and an unwavering commitment to their way of life. The Zulu warrior's legacy is a testament to the enduring spirit of a people who, against overwhelming odds, fought fiercely to protect their land and heritage.